Snow doesn't fall very often in Charlotte, but a little visit from Old Man Winter didn't keep people from coming to the Charlotte Museum of History earlier this month. On February 8th, the museum, along with several other venues in town, hosted Connect with Culture Days, all free and open to the public.
This is a place that we have never been to before, and we thought it would just be a great opportunity to come and see the museum and all the activities that are going on in the museum today.
The 6th annual event showcased everything from paintings by local artists to photography and tons of kids' activities.
I'm enjoying learning in this environment how you can present that history and that culture, especially to a younger audience, through the arts and crafts.
So what's happening today is we have 60 different experiences that are happening around Mecklenburg County. It gives you a great sort of sampling or taste of what's happening throughout the year.
One unique showcase at the Museum of History was the performance of klezmer music, which originated with the Jewish people of Eastern Europe.
Klezmer music has undergone a revival.
The kids are out of school, and this is just a great opportunity for us to come out, spend time together as a family, and learn about what's in our city.
Heading up Charlotte's Arts and Science Council since last June is Jeep Bryant. He spent a lifetime working in the arts, appearing in all sorts of plays and musicals while growing up, and always comfortable in front of a crowd or on camera.
When you get to junior high, you really arrived, or so it seems. Everything's new and big and maybe a little scary.
If you go way back, as a kid, I was on stage at Children's Theater and also Theater Charlotte. So I know that the investments the community made way back then benefited me.
Jeep graduated from South Mag High School and UNC Chapel Hill, earning a degree in broadcast journalism, later going to work as a news anchor and reporter down the road in Spartanburg, where he went by the name of Ron.
Good morning. It is Friday, September 11th, 1987. I'm Ron Bryant, and this is a special edition of Eyewitness News Daybreak.
Jeep even spent some time working here at WTVI PBS Charlotte.
I had the good fortune to serve on the WTVI board during the 1990s.
During the time that Jeep was chair at WTVI, we had an outstanding year.
After leaving television, Jeep went to work in corporate communications.
Tonight, we honor the best. First Union Director of Corporate Communications, Jeep Bryant.
Jeep then headed off to Pittsburgh and later New York City, where he served as sponsorship director for the Tony Awards and was instrumental in expanding the National High School Musical Theater Awards, known as the Jimmies.
When I was working on the National High School Musical Theater Awards, that was really the time that I reconnected with Charlotte in a meaningful way, because I did work directly with WTVI on the Blumey Awards videos.
But even as he made the decision to come back home to Charlotte to lead the Arts and Science Council, Jeep knew that it would be a challenge.
We have wind at our back because the city is growing, we're adding jobs, but there is still so much yet to be done.
Just 5 months after taking over as president, Mecklenburg County voters shot down a quarter-cent tax increase proposal that would have benefited the arts, parks, and groups like the ASC.
The language on the ballot, which simply said, would you like your taxes to go up? But could not say the benefit, the value that that would have had. We were at many of the polling places during early voting and on election day, and when voters would say to us, I'm not going to support this and here's why, it often was the uncertainty over the allocations over a long period of time.
The ASC supports dozens of nonprofit arts organizations throughout the county, but may not be able to keep doing so without additional funding. The ASC says it needs to raise $5 million additional by June to avoid a 50% cut in operating grants it gives to arts organizations.
So we're feeling that the clock is ticking. We need to figure this out as a community. And there are multiple avenues that we're pursuing now.
One of those avenues is asking county commissioners for more funding to the tune of $12 million, a 131% increase over the $5.2 million in local funds ASC received this fiscal year.
It was encouraging to me to see how many community leaders, leaders from the business community, the nonprofit community, recognize the need to step up and support arts and culture in a greater way.
The city and county is at a crossroads when it comes to the arts. Which way the road leads is up to community leaders, as well as individual and corporate donors.
How do we make sure that the kids who are growing up in Mecklenburg County today, regardless of what neighborhood they're in, what their zip code is, have equal access to arts education, to cultural opportunities? That's the opportunity that we're trying to seize.
Without the necessary funding, Connect with Culture Days and other free local events may be a thing of the past.
Yeah, no, I think it's vital. It's absolutely vital to the life of the city.
We're all feeling that there are deadlines approaching. We need to figure this out over the course of the next 2 or 3 months.
He may be new to the job, but not to Charlotte, and perhaps that will be the strength the ASC needs to navigate these uncertain times. For Carolina Impact, I'm Jason Terzis reporting.